I guess today is also World Diabetes Day. Maybe we can start from there, because most people, when it comes to, talking about diabetes, of course, they talk about sugar intake.
Definitely.
So what are some of the things maybe that you've picked up in terms of that can cause? Is it that if I take too much sugar, I'm at risk, or what's the deal?
So diabetes, basically, it doesn't mean you have to eat a lot of sugar for you to get diabetes. There are many risk factors that can predispose you to getting diabetes. One of them is lifestyle, and lifestyle entails sedentary lifestyle. People don't exercise. The other one is diet, of course. The other one can be hereditary. There are those people who are maybe in their family, there's a family history of diabetes, so they are likely to, definitely they are at a higher risk of getting diabetes. Also, we have other medical conditions. For example, maybe the pancreas can be affected, so that will definitely lead to diabetes. So, but basically the bigger percentage is lifestyle, and weight gain, and sedentary lifestyle. So that's the bigger percentage. Yes.
So when you talk about diet, is it consumption of something specific, or it's many things?
It's many things, definitely, because you'll find if you eat carbohydrates, when they are digested, glucose is the end result. If you eat proteins, when they are digested, if you eat too much, excesses, also it can also be converted to glucose. So it has to be a balance of three main groups. So that's why we say you have to eat like a plate. It has to be balanced. It has to be portioned, carbohydrates, proteins, and vitamins. So because if you eat one food, definitely your body requires even the other types of food. So it has to be balanced. Yes.
So what about people then who and just to veer off it a bit, what about those people who let's say, for example, everybody is trying to lose weight, and so they say no carbs, they take it out of the diet completely.
Yes.
Is there a danger in doing that?
Yes, there is. So you'll find the brain and the red blood cells and the CNS system, they require glucose. They require glucose for functioning. So if you don't eat carbohydrates, and the carbohydrates are the source of glucose, definitely you're going to have an issue with. So that's why you'll find such people, if you ask them, they are fatigued normally, because if the brain, you're not getting enough glucose, so definitely the brain will not get enough oxygen. So you'll be fatigued more easily. So that's why we don't recommend, there's nothing like a no carb diet. It has to be a balanced diet. Yes, you have to eat everything. So people are demonizing carbohydrates. They're not bad. The issue is about portion sizes. Yes.
So and we'll go into the plate.
Yeah, the plate.
This is the biggest plate here. I don't think this can
no, this too big. This too big. This too big.
All right.
Yes.
But if you're talking about the fact that now you have to eat everything in equal, what about the people then also who, on the flip side, is there such a thing as eating too much vegetables?
Okay. Rarely have I had someone eating too much vegetables. So eat too much carbohydrates, too much protein. Vegetables people really don't like. But if you eat again too much, there are some minerals that can be bound. So it has to be balanced again, as I said. Everything is balanced. There's no food that is bad. The issue is if you eat too much, if you eat too little, that's where the problems comes in. But if you eat balanced, there's nothing wrong with that. So it has to be a balance. Again, not too much, not too little.
Right.
Yes.
Then there's also a lot of talk even about proteins. And again, because people Kenya tunapenda sana
nyama, especially the December.
Yes, December kwanza ndio inakuja. Watu wanapenda sana nyama choma. It's a thing. Hata the so-called you guy my guy. You guy my guy, sitone tukula nyama, you guy my guy, you guy my guy. Stop for some nyama, you guy my guy. So what about that? Because there are people who eat meat every day. Yeah. Wakishamaliza it is the thing, kwa sababu tunangoja traffic, wanamaliza kazi 5, wanasema wacha niende tuwekeleka nyama, tukule nyama tuende nyumbani. Is that dangerous?
Yeah, it's dangerous, definitely. So if you eat too much protein, like you said, meat, there is some fat that is hidden.
or just
any meat? Because even chicken has some fat. The skin has fat, whether it's mutton, whether it's every meat has, because there's some hidden fat that you cannot see visibly, especially not the one you can, there's one you can trim off. But the one, exactly, mafuta, yes. But the one you cannot see, it's also dangerous. It has high cholesterol. So if you eat too much of that, definitely your cholesterol will be high, definitely. But again, excess protein, it's stored as fat. The body will use what it needs as protein for building and maintenance and repair of the body tissues. The excess will be used for, it will be stored as fat. So that's why you see most people, especially those who eat nyama choma, they are big, they are obese, and also they have like a kapot belly.
So you see, but you see beer belly, or it contributes?
Mostly you'll take beer and most, that's what. So it's both. Yes.
It's a contributing factor.
Yeah.
It's interesting you say. So even a lot excessive. Sasa kama mimi mwenye napenda cook. In fact, it is my strong belief that chicken is one of the birds that will be in heaven. And every day I thank the chicken that laid down its life for me. Ndo kule. So for even white meat.
Yeah, the skin. You see, I've told you the chicken has skin, so it's good to remove the, I know it's the sweetest part, but it has, that's the fat now, it has cholesterol. So if you can remove that, the rest is okay. But again, it has to be portion size. If you eat too much chicken, again, excess will be stored as fat. Yes. So
what ideally then should we do in terms of eating meat? Am I safer if leo nakula, and again, remember, kuna mfuko. All this stuff is because of, peer affordability of some things. So is it that I should be switching it up? Leo nakula nyama, kesho nakula samaki, kesho nakula fish, kesho kidney, matumbo, etc.
So there are usually two types of protein. We have animal and plant protein. Okay. So you have to, it's a matter of variety. So don't eat meat from Monday to Monday. You have to balance it. So you'll have to, today you can eat the chicken, tomorrow beans, the other day fish, the other day beef, the other day dengu, you see. So you have to mix up. Because again, I've said the animal protein has cholesterol, but the plant protein doesn't have cholesterol. So it's a matter of balance again,
And there is also, I don't know, maybe, because I've seen somebody asking me, glycemic index.
Glycemic index, it's a measure of how fast a food raises blood sugar.
Okay.
Yeah. So, for example, if you eat white rice and you eat brown rice, white rice tends to raise blood sugar more faster than the brown rice, simply because of fiber. The brown rice has fiber. The white rice, the fiber has been removed. Yeah. It's like the maize flour. Hii unga ya kusiaga na hii ya packet. Hii ya kusiaga haijatolewa the cover, let me call it the husk, I can't remember the name, but the other one, it has been milled off. So definitely, if you take the white ugali and the brown ugali, definitely, the one who took the white ugali, the blood sugars will rise very fast compared to the one who is taking there. That's why you tend to feel more full if you eat the brown ugali, so you'll stay full for a longer time compared to the one who took the white ugali.
How do I work it out? Is raising the blood sugar a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Or how do I work it out so that nikwe sawa?
Now, it has to be normal. The ranges have to be normal. So for you to maintain the blood sugar levels, you have to eat portion sizes. Small but frequent meals. Again, because again, low blood sugar levels are not good, especially for the diabetics. So it has to be a balance, not too high and not too low. So that's why we tell them small, frequent meals. So like they have breakfast, they have a snack, they have lunch, they have a snack, they have dinner, they have a bedtime snack. So those are like 6 times.
So you're supposed to eat 6 times?
Basically, yes. So breakfast, you have a plate.
Okay,
like the portion sizes I'm going to show you. Then a snack can be a fruit, can be peanuts, anything small just to hold the stomach. Because if you stay between breakfast and lunch, you'll agree with me, you'll feel hungry. Yes.
There is a study there, there's some statistics there that are running on screen. 3 out of 4 people with diabetes live in low and middle income countries. 1 out of 2 people with diabetes remain undiagnosed. Diabetes is the leading cause of kidney failure and blindness. Maybe you can, because look at the statistics there, 3 out of 4 people with diabetes live in low income. And it goes back to what I was talking about. In 2017 alone, there were 458,900 diabetes cases. But and 4 million people die of diabetes yearly. People with diabetes hit 522 million will hit by 2030. Some of the factors that have been raised there, and thanks guys for that. Some of the factors that have been raised there are low income. Why is it more in low income?
Basically, you'll find in Kenya, we are suffering both extreme. We have both extremes. We have the obesity. Okay, malnutrition is both the underweight and overweight. Okay. So malnutrition is not only underweight, it's both underweight and overweight. So in Kenya, we are suffering both. Like in developed countries, they're suffering only one, the overweight, yes. Okay. But in Kenya, we are suffering both. So you'll find most people, their most available or affordable food is carbohydrates. And that is what is mostly causing. If you eat too much carbs, that's what will bring about high blood sugar. So that's why most people from the low income families, that's why the statistics show they have a high risk of contracting diabetes. Okay. So basically, it's just that, yeah.
And so if
and sorry, and again, most people believe, you know, abroad the likes of fries, burgers, they are cheap there, but in Kenya, they are the most. They are like, if you eat that, people will view you as ukosawa when it's unko or something, and you'll find now the low income people will strive to buy such things so that even them they fit in that society. Yes. So that's basically it.
So when you say carbohydrates, mostly I guess watu wanakula ugali. Hata sasa hivi unaona kuna shida ya maize. Wanasema iko watu wanapiga kelele sana because maize is a staple food.
Yeah, definitely.
So again, ugali kila siku ni shida. Or again, it's just the
again, it has the reason why we say varieties, because there is something that is in ugali that is not in potatoes. There's something that is in potatoes that is not in rice. So that's why we say variety, because they not only have carbohydrates, they also have vitamins and minerals, which are also essential in the body. So that's why we say variety of food. So don't eat ugali from Monday to Monday. You have to mix up.